Hi, hello, and welcome back to Living the Florida Lifestyle. We're your host, Patricia Baker.
And I'm Michael Baker, and we are the Baker Global Team with Remax Alliance Group.
We are so excited you're joining us for episode 2. Thank you, and to everyone who tuned into our first episode and sent us such great feedback.
Absolutely. We love hearing from you, and we're thrilled to dive into today's episode. We've got so much to cover, from the latest real estate market updates, what's happening with mortgage rates, to a special spotlight on Parrish, Florida, which is growing like crazy right now.
And of course, we'll be sharing updates on some fantastic listings and rounding it all out with a look of what's happening this January in Sarasota, Bradenton, and Lakewood Ranch. If you're living here or dreaming of living here, you won't want to miss it. And you know what? This could be your first January. So welcome.
So before we dive in, hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you're hearing, leave us a review or share this podcast with your friends. It's the best way to help us grow and keep bringing you the latest and greatest about Florida's West Coast.
All right, let's kick things off, Michael. What everyone's been asking about. What's going on in the real estate market? If he figures this out, we're going to be good. Mike, what's the latest on homes, prices, inventory, and those infamous mortgage rates?
Well, what we've got happening, we got through the holidays. 2023 is good, or 2024. Wow, we're into 2025. 2024 is going to go, the numbers are going to come back. The numbers of sales residential last year were the worst in residential history since, well, going all the way back to 1994. So what we're seeing is a change in our marketplace, change in where the inventory is going. A year ago, there was no inventory. You were looking around and there wasn't anything available. Over the last 6 to 9 months, we're starting to see a climb in inventory. They're staying on the market longer. The last 10 days, the first 10 days of 2025, we've added in our marketplace 855 new listings. We've had 52 listings have a price decrease. So the market is seeing some numbers. We're starting to see the balancing act where the houses aren't coming down all at once. It's a great market if you know how to negotiate, or if you find a real estate agent that knows how to negotiate for you, because housing prices are what they are. Interest rates are high. They're not coming down. We're not going to see the 2-3% rates that everybody wants to see. We got a lot of people that have got homes in our area that bought during the COVID area that got 2-3% interest rates. They don't want to sell those things and have to go find a 7 or 8% interest rate. Current market and mortgage rates are 30-year, we're looking at 7.35 as of today. And a 15-year rate, we're still looking at about 6.54. So what we're seeing right now is when you hear the government talking about how the Fed's cutting interest rates, it has nothing to do with mortgage rates. And I know we talked about, we're going to have a couple of mortgage people coming on over the next few weeks to talk about how mortgage rates are effective not only in our residential purchases, but also on some investor deals. That's pretty much where we're at. We're seeing more inventory. We've got more listings coming on the marketplace. Our average history of inventory sitting is about 75 to 80 days. So if you look at a house and you say, oh, it's sitting on the market for too long, don't let that become the problem. We're no longer in the COVID days where the house was sitting for 1 or 2 days. They're on the market for a little bit longer. We have to work a little bit harder to make sure we get the right house for you. But speaking of that, Mom, tell us about a little drive you took yesterday over in Parrish. Talk about Parrish for us.
Well, I went to Buckeye. Now, Buckeye sounds like the Old West, and guess what? Buckeye looked like the Old West. But property, if you have been down Moccasin Wallow and you remember the 1.5 car width road that is now slowly getting into about a 4 to 5 width car road, well, You go down from Moccasin Wallow, and it's the next big street is Buckeye. Oh my heavens! It's a 1.5 car road, and it's going to 6. They are putting in homes out there. It is amazing. Taylor Morrison is building another Artisan Lakes, they say, but it's really more of an Azario, I think. Azario to this day is one of the hottest places here in Lakewood Ranch. So they're putting a new Azario in, a new Eves Bend. They've got townhomes. There's even a rental area over there, which is really amazing over on Buckeye. I was surprised when I went through because Artisan Lakes, which is here on Moccasin Wallow, and it goes all the way to Buckeye. Now, the new Buckeyes go all the way to Sun City. So we're taking up every piece of land between here and Sun City. Pulte is building out there. Lennar is out there. Prosperity Lakes is out there. Oldfield is here on Moccasin Wallow. It goes to Buckeye. It changes its name. It's still Oldfield, and it keeps going out. There's going to be so many houses, so much to do out there. It's really going to be kind of fun. So, if you want any place in Manatee County, you might as well be in this parish. Parrish Palmetto. Artisan Lakes is in Palmetto because it goes all the way to 41. And of course, Buckeye goes to 41 and then travels all the way up. Mariners Cove is out there. What I found is there are houses built. I even asked the agent, I go, how did they find you? She said, we don't know because there's nothing directing them. They have to come in all the back roads right now. You have to avoid all the big construction trucks. But Buckeye is on the move. 6 family bedroom homes down to, 1-bedroom homes. So the place to be is definitely be in Parrish. And you want to, if you're going to the builders by yourself, I just want to say they have wonderful people working for them. But remember who they're working for. They are working for the builder. They're not working, so to speak, for you. We work for you with the builder. So I was at one of the buildings the other day and I was with my client, and this other couple were there, and we had gone to the villas, and I knew that they shouldn't buy the villa. It wasn't for them. And so I took them back to the property they liked before they decided they wanted a villa. And they walked in and they go, oh, yeah, you're right. So there was another couple there, and we got talking to them. They had already bought the villa, but they were in the new, bigger home. And they go, we made such a mistake. We just bought what they told us to buy. And that's what you get when you stay in, because they don't know you like we get to know you. We've had you in our cars. We've gone out for coffee. We've gone out for lunch. We get to really get to know you, and we get to know your family. I get to watch your shoulders when you walk into the house, and when they still stay down and your head stays down. I know that house isn't for you, no matter what you try to tell me. So I'll tell you yes or no. And I help you buy that house. So Mike and I are both trained negotiators. We know how to negotiate. And sometimes, remember, you're going to buy one house with the builder. I might buy 10. So if I say, you know what, they really do need that washer and dryer, it doesn't go with the house, I know, but we really do need to give it to them. And you might get it. Whereas if you just ask, they'll just say no, because that's it. One house, that's your shot. So I'm not saying anything against them. When I go with you to the new homes, we walk in, I introduce you, and guess what? That's the last you're going to hear from me for a while, because I let them do the talking. They know the product, they know their homes, they know the area, they know their community, and they can tell you everything about it. They've been to school for it. So I go and I learn too when we're out there looking at the new homes. And then we go to the next house, and then we get to talk about it. And I get to really hear what you're saying. And sometimes you think one thing and you're saying something else. But we get pretty good at listening to that. So when you're going to buy a new home, let us go with you. By the way, they do pay us a commission, but If you go with them directly, they get to get themselves a commission. They don't give you a commission. They average the commissions to outside realtors over all of the properties. So they can't just pluck it out. So it doesn't save you any money, doesn't cost you any money to take a realtor with you. So I would like to be your realtor, especially for the new homes. Mike and I have both taken new home construction. We go to inspections. I actually get you an inspector. The new home people don't mind that at all. We bring an inspector onto the property, you pay for it, but they inspect the home. Sometimes we find the electricity isn't all hooked up, or they forgot to put the screws in the electrical panel. I mean, there's a lot of stuff when you're putting a new home in, and we get to see what they forgot. And we get it fixed before you move in. And if you go direct, they're busy selling another house. You are?
Well, I know every time. I know we've gone through on some inspections together with our new builds with the blue tape. I mean, anytime you bought a new construction, you go through with the builder, you go through with the customer service person, and if you don't have a realtor with you, or if you're just going on your own, you don't know what to click on and what to tape, and you might be taping one or two things. Where I've been out there where we've gone through 2 or 3 rolls of tape on a new construction. That stuff that needs to be just touched up, corrected, finalized. So that's kind of what we do is we're there the entire process. We're not just there at the beginning and the end. We're there the entire step, every step of the way, the negotiating. And Mom's right. It's not costing you to have us with you. It's hopefully saving you and helping make a better decision and to walk through the process. And that's what we're here for. And we like to work with a lot of the builders. The builders like dealing with us because, hey, you're right, we come in with not just one person, we'll come in with multiple people over the time. So that's kind of what we're here for. And I know that Mom's been in this area for a long time. And a lot of the builders, I mean, she knows the CEOs of the builders, so she's been around a long time and how things are going. And so, I mean, you're up in your area. How many builders are building it? Not only in the New Water area, I mean, all the way through the Moxawallow and the Buckeye area.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, how many builders are actually up in that neck of the wood where you're at?
Oh my heavens, I have no idea. There are new ones coming in that are brand new to the area because we're the hottest place in town. But they are building, I mean, this used to be cows and it's cauliflower and peppers and tomatoes. I don't know where we're going to eat, but they've knocked them all down. But it's a very fertile ground. If you buy in there and you get to put your rose bush out, it's going to grow because it's been having a lot of cow poop on it over the years. So that helps rose bushes.
It is great fertile ground, that's for sure.
But it's exciting to see. And the other nice thing about having a realtor go with you is they're selling their product. And you really want a 5-bedroom house to retire in. By the way, I did that one time. I had a couple, they had 4 kids. They raised 4 kids in a 3-bedroom house, 1,200 square feet. They came down to retire and they bought a 5,000 square foot house. She said, I want to be able to just reach out and go wherever I want to go. She kind of reversed her life a little bit, but I thought that was kind of funny. But we know when the big houses are going in, we know where the smaller houses are going in, and you might like this one. And I go, let's go over here and take a look. And we'll find the right house for you. So, but this area on Buckeye, just come on along. I'll take you to see what's going to happen, where it's happening. It's a ride. It's a fun day to take a ride. We'll go in and out, in and out. How many of you like to play pickleball? Every single one of those subdivisions out there have a pickleball court now. I don't know if they have tennis, but they definitely have pickleball. And they have fitness centers. They have big swimming pools. They're really catering to you. You're going to retire in Florida. And I'll tell you, our weather, it's a little chilly right now. But you know what? I guess it is supposed to snow. It snowed in 1976 and it snowed all the way down to Nassau that time. So there are times that it does. Don't tell them. They don't believe it when they say, oh, it's global warming or global clothing. In 1976, it snowed here. So we've gone past that a little bit. But anyway, we would love to show you the new homes in Parrish.
A great area. I know up there, and they are widening, and they are working on the roads. They are working on all the infrastructure. I was actually in a chamber meeting the other day talking about ways they're trying to clean up the infrastructure stuff with what the builders have done to make sure that we've got everything everybody working together so that we can get the overcrowding lined up in the right direction. Because I mean, the biggest problem we people come down as they complain about is traffic. Well, just so you know, there's traffic everywhere. Just like in the summertime, people say it's hot. Well, it's hot in summertime. It's supposed to be hot. It's wintertime in Florida. It's cold. We don't get a lot of it, but it's okay. But they are working on making sure that all of our area, the roads are taken care of. We blew up with our population. We know that. But you look around. There are pockets of areas that we got a lot of new growth coming, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And there's a lot of activities that's happening. So we're talking about some of the activities that's going on. I mean, just a little bit south of the Moccasin Wallow area, the North River area, is Lakewood Ranch. You know, we got polo down here. You know, every Sunday they got polo. I mean, you can go out there and it's open to the public. You just go out there, you watch the horses out there, and then you can do the stomp. Mom, you've gone out a couple of times to the polo, haven't you?
I have, and you bring your own lunch and you put it in your car and you sit along the sidelines, have lunch with your family, and watch the horses come. And then when the middle of it, you'll have to do just like in Pretty Woman. You get to go out and you get to go stomp the grass. It's fun. It's a fun afternoon, and it's $10 to go in. Where else can you go for $10 for a car ride?
So yeah, so we
Fill
got
up the car and go eat.
yeah, you got things like that. We've got the Wednesday night gatherings at Lakewood Ranch where they've got music, they've got activities, they've got a concert series during the spring months where every Friday night, and then they've got movie theaters, outside movie presentations going on here at Lakewood Ranch where you sit out there on the lawn and watch it on a big blow up screen. So there's a lot of activities for family, for adults, for singles, for retirees. Our area is blossoming with the growth and all the stuff that's happening in the area. So, I mean, this weekend, I think I saw that there's a seafood festival coming in this weekend. We've got the boat show coming up in the spring. But we're going to talk about some of the things that are happening, and that's great. But one of the things I want to talk about, and I know that you're kind of excited about it, is our listings. We've got a listing out there in Parrish that's kind of unique.
It is 5 acres with a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, and a tree fell on it during the storm. So it has a brand new roof. It has brand new water softener. It has a brand new well pump. It has a brand new water pump. It's got a pump, whatever was out on the bot, brand new. The trees are absolutely beautiful. And you can, so if you're an electrician or you have an air conditioning company, or if you have a business that has trucks, where do you park them now? You can't. There, you can bring some trucks in, you can park them, and you still have 4 more acres of beautiful trees. Put up a volleyball court. They've actually got a zip line going back there for the kids. There's a pond. You can stock it for fish. It is a great place on Manatee Road. There's not a lot of 5-acre lots out there anymore, folks. This is $890,000, but it is really, really nice. I would love to take you out there. It is occupied, so you do need to have an appointment, but give me a call and I'll be glad to take you out there. And by the way, I'm finishing up putting in the MLS right now, a brand new 1-bedroom condo in Bradenton. So that's a brand new one that's going to be coming on within the next couple of days. We had the photographs taken today. So the market is starting to move, and we would just love to see you become a part of our market.
Absolutely. I took a drive out after I was out there for the photography. I took a drive out to another listing that's coming out onto us out on Bradenton Beach. Had some flood damage to it. The entire condo is being redone. The drywall's being reapplied. It's all dried out. New appliances will be going in over the next few weeks, and so that sometime in the spring that'll be coming to the market. So we're starting to see listings we're competing with listings that are being brought out that need stuff done to them. These are places that are done. They're ready. They're ready to walk in. Close on the deal, move in the house, it's ready to move in. So we've got some really nice properties that are coming on the market over the next few weeks, and we've got a lot of listings that are ready for you now. So don't be afraid. Pick up the phone, drop us an email, shoot us a comment. We're ready for you. We really do appreciate the feedback we got. We will love the subscriptions we've gotten. We'd want more. So, Mom, what did you think about anything new coming up that you want to talk about as we close up today's episode?
I can't hear you.
Is there
Just to
anything?
let you know, we're in 2 different locations, and for some reason, his microphone doesn't come through to me. I have to read his lips. So all I can say is I would love to meet you all. Come on in, let us know. I've been in this market for 20 years. Mike has been in 2 or 3 years now, and he's going to take over for me one of these days if I ever decide to retire. So he's getting better and better and better. In fact, I think in a lot of this stuff, he's better than I am. So come on along. Let the Baker Goba team, let us become your realtors. Let us negotiate your next sale. Let us help you become a part of Florida. And then you won't care whether it's raining, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's snowing, whether it's cold. We have all the weather, but so does everybody else. And we pray for those out in Los Angeles right now. I understand there's 10,000 homes that have been lost. So those people are going to have a rough time. So we just send a little prayer for them that they can go through this and they'll come out okay. We're experienced in that, not to that degree. So, but we've enjoyed meeting you this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
So thank you. So don't forget to watch it, subscribe, hit the notification button. You can get us, obviously, any of the platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Remember, we're here. If you have any suggestions of what you want to hear about, anything that you would like to know more about here on the West Coast of Florida, we're here for you. Just shoot us an email. All of our contact information is down below. We look forward to talking to you next week. Have a great week. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.